This has been a long time since we did the last one.
Yeah, since the Backlash review.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah,
Well,
it
that
was.
show was terrible, I should say, not our podcast.
Would you still say that it's the worst show of the year so far?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. It's nothing really anything close.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, I could say we've had some dumber endings in single matches.
Sure.
Yeah.
At least I guess at least in Backlash, every match, ended, had a clean finish. Well,
except Styles
okay.
Nakamura.
Well, okay, sure. But the main event. Let's just say that.
All right, so I figure a nice little way to start this off here. Just kind of a quick thoughts on Super Showdown, I guess, since it's the most recent one. Did you watch it?
No.
You did not. Okay.
Well, okay, I know what happens though.
All right.
I guess I can give my thoughts on what happened.
Okay. You didn't miss much.
Yeah, it didn't look like much other than Buddy Murphy winning was probably the only thing that I would be curious about.
Yeah, but it wasn't terrible. No? I would argue there wasn't a single terrible match on the show.
I heard the main event went like 30 minutes.
It did.
That's kind of ridiculous.
It is. But it wasn't awful.
And now they're doing Shawn and Triple H.
Yeah, that's something to ask about, but we'll get to that in a bit here.
Sure. I don't even remember what else happened on that show.
Styles and Joe had their final match.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
That Joe lost. Don't get me wrong, love AJ, and I understand why they're having him keep the title, because I think they want him, they want him to pass that 1 year mark, which he has to beat Daniel to do, and they want him to have, like a really long title reign, so, because they normally don't really have those.
Would you say it's going to be 435 days or more?
Oh shit, probably, honestly, at this rate.
Yeah, we're approaching Okada territory now.
I wouldn't necessarily mind that. It's just my problem is they've just done such a bad job with AJ. Like,
his matches have all been pretty good.
No, yeah, his matches have been great. He's been doing his part. It's the storyline with it. Like, okay, the Joe stuff was great. I love the Joe storyline. Thought all the stuff there was good. It's just like how many matches that he's had have ended in like fuck finishes?
Well, that's the problem. They don't have enough people to really challenge him for it.
Exactly. So they have to have like all these.
So they have to stretch everything out.
Exactly, and this Daniel Bryan thing's going to be stretched out for a bit.
I don't know. I actually think this one might be a one and done, like it was with Rusev.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he's going to go to the Miz after this.
Who, AJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone's going to beat him, my bet's Miz. But
yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I just find it. I don't think it's his fault. I just think he just hasn't. Everything that's been given to him has just been really poor. But I mean, I'm trying to think what else. I know that that Bryan and Miz had like a 4-minute match, maybe, or not even
less
that.
than 2 minutes.
It was less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They've put that in the storyline now. Ryan's making fun of him for it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
At least that's something. I don't know. The fact that Bryan's only getting a one-shot thing with AJ's kind of makes me sad. But,
well, that's just my guess.
Yeah. I mean, I when you mention it, it kind of makes sense to me.
Huh.
In there, because of, at least from their thinking, but still, I don't even know what else happened. Yeah, like Buddy Murphy's the champion, which is awesome.
Yeah. Now there were, like I said, there were 3 really good matches on that show, and that was the Cruiserweight title match, the WWE title match, and the Shield 6-man tag.
They had they've been having great matches on Raw.
Yeah, they had 2 rematches of it.
Yeah, both were. This week was good too. Last week was really good. So
I still think the Super Showdown one was the best of the 3.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. These 2 were kind of built more on the tension of, is Ambrose gonna quit? Is he gonna leave?
Yeah.
They just had a match at Super Showdown.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how they have a match, Super Showdown. They're just like, yeah, we're just going to beat this match to death until Braun finally turns on these two guys.
I mean,
but
McIntyre's turned first here, really.
Well, Braun attacked Dolph.
Yeah. It's not like Drew helped him up, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Braun can't help it. Dolph's a loser.
Dolph is a fucking loser. Dolph's the biggest loser. Not the TV show Biggest Loser. He's just the biggest loser of them all.
So I guess that's something else to talk about. So you didn't see Super Showdown. You watched Raw this week. Did you see SmackDown 1000?
I know what happened. It's another one where I did not see it because I was working.
Okay. It was fine.
Yeah, my friend said it was fine too.
It didn't suck like Raw 25.
Yeah, Raw 25 was not good at all, really.
No?
That whole I still feel bad for those people that went to the Manhattan Center.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That sucks for them.
Yeah, it does. But I saw Big Show turn for the 1,000th time.
1076th time.
I'm sorry.
You gotta keep track of these things.
Well, I mean, I knew we were in the 1000s by now because it was SmackDown 1000.
Yeah.
And he's turned like every other SmackDown, so.
Yeah. But no, the tag match was probably the best match of the night. My favorite moment of the night, though, for SmackDown 1000 was, I don't know if you even heard about this, Edge did a Cutting Edge segment.
Yeah.
With Becky Lynch. That was the best part of the show for me.
That whole segment?
Yeah, that segment was fantastic.
I did see the Evolution thing.
The Evolution reunion?
Yeah. How Batista is called out H or whatever. Or didn't really call him out, but he said, what he said.
It just came across as weird because they're celebrating for like 8 minutes and then Orton starts trash talking everybody.
Which is funny because Orton's a heel. That's what he should have been doing from the jump.
Yeah. Now he's just going like Ric Flair living off his daughter, Triple H who won't let it go, Batista who spends more time in a makeup chair than he ever has in the ring.
Yeah. Which, hey, he's making more money than you are, so calm down, buddy.
I mean, Batista has said he does want to come back again, so.
Well, yeah, he said that, and he said he said the only way that he would do it is if he had like one last match with Triple H
and a full-time schedule.
Yeah, and I don't know if he will. Although supposedly they offered him. See, that was really surprising to me that they came back because they've been kind of like ignoring him because he said that he was going to do. They offered him to do the Ronda match. It was going to be him and Ronda instead of him and Angle. And then for whatever reason, he was like, yeah, sure. He agreed to it. And then they were going to follow up on for the future to confirm it and stuff. And like they just like didn't respond to him at all.
Wasn't it also supposed to be Rock and Ronda for a bit?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Rock and Ronda. I mean, that was like the original one.
Yeah.
But from like 3 years ago when they teased it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of a thing, and they've kind of been on shaky water as of recently. So I'm kind of glad to see him back because he loves wrestling so much.
Yeah.
So.
And he got a positive reaction to.
Yeah.
What he was actually nervous about at the start of the whole thing.
Really?
No, he's like stuttering a bit. He's like, I'm really nervous.
That's awesome. That's funny. I didn't see that. I just saw the YouTube clip that they posted.
Yeah.
But no, I love Batista. Batista's awesome. He's such a good guy, and like just to see him back is really great. To see him on good terms because you know just how much he loves wrestling.
Yeah.
So, and who knows if he's even going to be in the next Guardians? And well, no, he'll probably be in the next Guardians.
Well,
and Avengers.
he is in Guardians 3. Beyond that is unknown.
Yeah. Well, I know he's in the next Avengers probably because they shot it. Well, actually, I guess it kind of depends on how the story goes. But I know
that's movie stuff. I don't know if people really want to get into movie stuff here. I like movies. I've got too many movies.
It's about, well, I just watched Venom today, so
Oh, I watched it a couple of days ago.
it's terrible.
Oh, it is terrible, and I loved every second of it.
It's one of those so bad it's somewhat good, kinda, not really,
Well,
but
it's
it's
not
really
even.
bad.
It's not even that. The thing is, the character is done well, but nothing else is.
Oh, nothing else in the movie was done well. My goodness, it was
Oh,
so bad.
no, it was.
Anyways, but no, so who knows who will be the next Guardian. So the reason why I bring that up is because it depends on if he'll even come back to wrestling, and I hope he does. I hope he does one last thing with H or something, just because I like to see. I felt like his last run was like really messy, and then it became really good at the evolution, the return and stuff,
Yeah,
and then he just left, because he had to do other stuff.
yeah.
So it just kind of seems like there's still a little more that could be done here. So
Yeah.
I hope to see him back soon, and I think this time he'll actually get cheered
Yeah.
rather than.
Well, he did get a pretty good reaction on SmackDown, so.
Yeah, so I think this time he'll get cheered, and just because there's no Daniel Bryan stuff going on right now,
Yeah.
and he's not really going to be taking a big time role. So, and if you put him against Roman Reigns, then he'll obviously get cheered. So,
Uh, uh, I don't know if you've heard the rumors about Roman's 35 opponent.
35.
Yeah, Mania 35.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What is
They
it?
are trying desperately to get The Rock to come in to fight Roman
For fuck's
at Mania.
sake. For fuck's sake.
Just have
Look,
one more person.
you know what? That's not a terrible idea, and if I'm WWE, I'd do that because that's going to make it a lot of money. But it just seems like such a waste.
For The Rock or for what?
For just like for Roman, like I don't know, it just doesn't. It just seems like, just like why? I don't know. I just don't. I'm just not a big fan of that. I just don't know.
Okay.
When was the last time we saw Rock wrestle? 23 or
Technically WrestleMania 32.
20. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna say 29, but no, yeah, that's 5.
If you want to count
match.
that as a match.
Well, I mean, if you want to count either of them as a match.
29 was a match. It just wasn't a good match.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know. I just don't know if it, like, because Roman's gonna win that match,
Well, no, he is.
and he's just gonna get booed to hell.
And that's more my point. I think like the idea is he's like, okay, so beating Undertaker was a bad idea. Beating Triple H didn't work. Beating Brock was just kind of a let's get it over with at this point. Maybe if Rock passes the torch, people will like him.
No, they even tried to do it at Rumble in 2015. It didn't work.
Yeah. But that was just because Daniel Bryan got eliminated, so it was all Daniel Bryan's fault. In a controlled environment.
No, people still hate him. They still even boo him when he's in the Shield. Now.
He gets booed less when he's in the Shield, though.
Less, though, but even when he makes his comeback and stuff, he still somewhat gets booed.
Yeah.
There's still boos in there. Of course, he gets cheered a bit because everyone loves the Shield.
Yeah.
Because they love Seth and Dean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and Roman does carry his weight in the Shield overall.
Well, sure, of course.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Roman at all, really.
I don't know. I just feel that's where he's best, is like the enforcer of a team.
Exactly. He fit that Shield so well, and then...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really even hate Roman now.
I don't hate him either.
It's just like... Well,
it's just, to me at this point, it's more just a matter of how long are we going to keep doing this.
Exactly. Well, like, how long are we going to keep on pretending that they're, like, keep on trying to get him to get cheered, you know? Like, how long is it until when you just finally just... Are you just going to do the whole John Cena thing where you're just going to ignore it?
But the thing is, I do think there is a difference between Roman and Cena.
Of course, yeah.
Like, just in terms of overall reaction, because Cena is pretty much... Like, nowadays, he's liked by everybody, even the more skeptical people.
Even with a new haircut.
Yeah. Nowadays he's liked by everybody, but when it was split, it was an actual like split, and you had a solid portion who did like him.
Yeah, it was definitely like half the arena chanted "Let's go Cena," the other half Cena sucks. Now it's just
Roman gets maybe 15% behind him.
like best 25.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So yeah, but so fucking that's hilarious. Anyways, any other news?
Biggest news, I guess. It's kind of old at this point. New Japan talent are apparently unhappy in New Japan right now. Because of the new ownership.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, when do they get new ownership?
They got new ownership a couple months ago.
Oh,
and
wait.
they've shuffled around all the corporate people. And the corporate people, according to the talent, don't know anything about wrestling. And so a lot of guys are upset about it.
That's...
Including a very specific elite group of talent, I guess you could say.
Oh, elite.
Yeah.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
I don't think that will affect their company as far as booking goes.
Oh, no.
Because it's all done by Gato, but...
Yeah. No, booking-wise, it's fine. It's more like the amount of money the talent is getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all getting a lot of cuts going forward, is the current rumor about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know about that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because didn't like Cody say like something about going to WWE, but it was kind of like a joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have the whole storyline on there right now where the mysterious H is passing notes to them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Being the Elite in a while. I need to watch that.
No, right now they're all getting random notes about, oh, you need to do this before you get to the big time, and then there was like a note to Omega on 101, I think, or 10. It was like 111. It's one of the more recent ones, but it's like a poem, and it's like, how about a match with AJ? Yeah.
Oh, I love Being the Elite. It's so great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on over there, or if they're even going to leave. I don't think I still don't think any of them are leaving. Although I could be wrong, of course.
Here's a crazy thought.
Sure.
They will leave. They won't go to WWE. They're going to start their own promotion.
Honestly, I could see it.
That's my thought.
What would they call it? All In?
They'd call it something, maybe like Elite Wrestling or something, just for a bit.
Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this is kind of not off topic, but same topic. Did you see Bound for Glory?
I didn't watch the show, no.
But did you see the Austin Aries stuff?
I know about that.
It's fucking weird. Eh?
Yeah. It is weird. I think it's a little forced. I don't think that any of it's real.
No, of course, but because like I don't know if you watch. I didn't watch the show, but I listened to Dave Meltzer's recap of it and stuff on The Observer, and basically they had like a TMZ thing going on because they were actually partnered with TMZ, and like at the end one of the TMZ reporters said, "Now we know that this is a script, that this is scripted, but they might just go off the script tonight." And that was foreshadowing what happened at the end. Great. Like, that's like some fucking WCW Vince Russo shit right there.
No, it is.
That's just so bad. That's so terrible.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, people are talking about it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the other side of it, I've heard Impact has been really good. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, supposedly it was good. I didn't see anything, but supposedly the show was actually pretty good for the most part. I did see Slammiversary, though, their last pay-per-view.
I saw Slammiversary, too.
That was actually really good.
Yeah, it was.
So this one wasn't as good, I heard, but it had some pretty great matches from area. So like I guess they the place that they shot this at is normally where, and do you know MLW?
Yeah.
They actually shoot here at the same place for their TV. They shot there were here for their pay-per-views, and like the barricade is like so close to the ring that they could hardly do any like anything outside of the ring. So that's probably why it did hurt the product a little bit. But I'm trying to think. I was gonna say something, but supposedly it was good. So I don't know. Suppose, like you said, supposedly Impact's good.
Yeah. Well, if we're
Don
gonna
Callis
talk
is
every other,
still
go ahead
booking
with
it.
Don Callis.
I was about to say he's helping booking it. So.
Yeah, and apparently done with New Japan overall.
Oh really? I didn't even know that.
That's something that came out like just due to how involved he is with Impact. New Japan doesn't really bother with him on English commentary anymore.
So it's just Kevin Kelly and Rocky?
And whoever they get. It wasn't Rocky recently. It was someone else, I can't remember.
Oh.
But Lanny Poffo's interested in being the other guy, and he's currently auditioning for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Get a little more experience there.
Sure.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep. So if we're going to talk other wrestling shows, I still have been keeping up with Lucha Underground, and it has gotten incredibly weird at this point.
You're still watching that?
Yeah.
I have not watched a single bit of the new season.
Okay.
Not at all.
Well, we are up to at least 22 murders.
Wait a minute. What?
Heard. Well,
okay.
Ricky Mundo's killed a couple people.
Sure.
Matanza, after losing to Pentagon in a world title match, his dad's like, all right, well, clearly you're too weak, so we're going to get rid of the human part of you, and we're going to fuel you with the power of the gods. And to get the gods to give you their power, you are going to sacrifice someone after every match you have. So every time he wins a match, he does a whole ritual thing, and they disappear, and it is implied they are dead.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he's done that to a lot of people at this point. Mostly jobbers, but...
Ugh.
It's Ivelisse who is partnered with Mil Muertes, right? That's the name of her. I can never remember.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, she died.
Of course.
Phoenix died.
Phoenix died?
Yeah, Phoenix died and was resurrected via time travel.
Okay, see, this is...
Yeah. And they brought him back, but they messed it up because Ivelisse, they brought him back with some pendant, and Ivelisse had half of the pendant. So right now Phoenix is back, but he is currently the spirit of Ivelisse, so he's an evil Phoenix. Yeah.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah. It is fun times.
I mean, is it good?
I would say it's all good with the exception of Jake Strong, who's Jack Swagger.
I was about to say, is that Jack Swagger? Yeah. That makes sense. Jack Swagger is not good.
Yeah, no, they're trying to make him this unstoppable force who breaks everybody's ankles with an ankle lock.
So he's Kurt Angle?
Well, did Kurt Angle break ankles with his ankle lock? Did you hear the ankle break every time?
With a
cartoon bone-breaking effect?
Yeah, they just added that in post, dude. That's what they did on SmackDown. Come on.
That is legitimately what they do on Lucha Underground.
Oh, do they really? Jesus. Yeah. Do they amplify their slaps?
Their slaps?
You know, when they kick, they do a super kick and they kick. It's like 16 times louder. I don't know. I always feel like
I don't know. They might because of the microphone. I'll tell you this: the editing is noticeably worse than it was in past seasons. It cuts to things it feels like it shouldn't cut to.
Yeah.
Or they'll hit a big move and then it'll cut and both guys are back up 2 seconds later because of the cut.
What the fuck? Oh, they must have since the drop of budget, they must have gotten an editor that just doesn't understand editing.
I mean, it makes the matches a lot more fast-paced, but I would say as a result, there's not really any 5-star matches now. because it's just like
I-
move, matches over.
Yeah. It's just there's no flow to it.
Yeah.
It's just move, done. There's no wrestling psychology to it. But yeah.
Yeah. The backstage stuff is still great though. That's why I'm watching.
Who's still around? I mean, like, who left? Did Phoenix still there?
Phoenix,
Pentagon's
Pentagon
still there.
are still there. Angelico left. And Helico left.
And Matanza, Jeff Cobb's still there.
Dante Fox / AR Fox left.
Left.
Yeah.
Is Shane Strickland still there? Did you say that?
Shane Strickland's still there.
Or
Kill Shot.
he's still there?
Yeah.
Kill
he's
Shot.
still there.
Yeah, that's his name. I know Jack. You said Jack Swagger was didn't Tommy Dreamer was on an episode or something?
Tommy Dreamer was on the first episode as like part of their Aztec warfare, but he hasn't shown up back up since. Oh no, he did show up once. He was one of the guests at Johnny Mundo's wedding.
Oh, poor bastard.
Yeah, so he is showing up on their TV.
I like how Johnny, or John Morrison or whatever, Johnny, whatever the fuck, his name changes everywhere he goes. I find that funny.
Well, don't torture yourself with all of his names.
He's Johnny. we at least got one half of it right.
Well,
Johnny.
Well, he's also just John, depending on where he is.
That's true. If he goes to that one certain location.
Yeah.
Who was it that I was going to mention a signing for WWE, but I forgot who it was. It was for NXT. Shit.
No,
he's
Punishment Martinez.
Yes.
Yeah, he's signed.
See, I don't know much about. I know of him. I just haven't watched much of him.
He's mostly Ring of Honor.
I know that. Is he really?
I'd say he's fine. I haven't seen too much of him. I've seen maybe 15 of his matches.
I've seen like a couple.
Yeah.
Just from watching Ring of Honor shows.
I mean, he's pretty athletic, but I wouldn't say he's the best big guy.
Yeah, I just know he's tall. He's pretty athletic.
I don't see the point in signing him, though, when you've already got Dijak and Keith Lee if you want athletic big guys.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even... Oh, did you hear Johnny Gargano turn heel today?
On today's NXT?
So that's what my friend told me. I haven't seen it, though.
Oh, great. Well, I haven't seen it either. I did watch NXT UK, though.
I heard Dunn versus Dar was great.
Oh, it was. It was fantastic.
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah.
It's the first episode, right?
What?
Of that show. Is that the first episode?
Yeah,
right?
First episode. There's only one right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one. They also had Mark Andrews versus Joe Coffey. Dave Mastiff and Tony Storm had matches to show off how great they are in terms of like star power and beating people. It's a nice environment. Also, Mustache Mountain are like, we should be tag team champions.
They should.
Yeah. And then they're like, well, aren't we the only tag team right now? And so they issued like, hey, 2 people at some point come out and challenge us for this. So they have unveiled there are NXT UK tag titles.
Those titles look amazing.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic titles. It just makes me so mad because it's like NXT titles look so great, and the main rosters just look the same, and like every time they unveil a new one, it's just whatever.
It's the WWE logo, but green.
Or it's the WWE Championship, but red.
Yeah. I mean, the Cruiserweight title's still nice looking. They haven't ruined that yet.
Cruiserweight title is, well, granted, that is kind of an NXT thing, kind of.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. Was unveiled in Full Sail, so...
Yeah. Now, if there is one regret I have with wrestling right now, is I have not watched a single episode of the Mae Young Classic.
I have not. I just know that...
even though it's apparently amazing this year.
I've heard it. I've seen a lot of GIFs of it, and it looks really great.
Yeah.
But I just know that the episode of where Tegan Knox got injured happened because I actually before we got on watched a clip of her like they had
Yeah,
like a
that was
WWE
today's
exclusive
episode, I'm
clip.
pretty sure.
Yeah, it was today's episode, and she's like crying in the back, and Triple H came up to her.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I mean, it's Io Shirai, and I'm not watching it, and that makes me feel bad.
Yeah. Um, I'm sad because they moved 205 Live to Wednesdays.
Well, I mean, you know they didn't care about it anyway.
I know. I mean, it makes sense why, because, you know, the Mixed Match Classic, and they're actually filming it before
SmackDown now?
before SmackDown now. Yeah, so that's good for that. It's just, you know.
So the building's not 90% empty.
Yeah. It's just now nobody is, like, watching it at all. Like, like, at least after SmackDown, you had at least some people. Now, like, nobody really watches it.
The biggest problem I would say you have right now is that you're not even giving them any slots on pay-per-views, really.
Yeah.
Just have a cruiserweight title match at each pay-per-view, and that'll get somebody and that'll get some people interested.
Well, they never even had it. That's what was my biggest problem to begin with, was that they never had it. Like, they only did it on their four big shows. You know, WrestleMania.
The pre-show too.
Yeah, on the pre-show too. Like, you know, the only time it hasn't been on the pre-show was the Greatest Royal Rumble and the Super Showdown.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. It's like, it's just like you're not even giving them a chance to be like, you know, to, you know, it's just sad.
Which is a shame because they're all great.
Exactly, they're all so fantastic.
Yeah.
But like even like, you know, like a Noam Dar who's never used, or now they have fucking Mike Bennett.
I didn't like Noam Dar forever, and then I saw some of his progress stuff. I'm like, why can't he be like this? And then he was on NXT UK today, so.
Yeah, and he was, you know, great. And then like I'm trying to think. He
was great in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, I was about to say he was great in the Cruiserweight. That match he had against Zack Sabre Jr. was fantastic. So, I mean, he's really great. I just feel like when they had the whole Alicia Fox thing, I wanted to fucking die. But that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I'm trying to think who else is so like they just have so like Tony Nese. Holy shit! Like so many guys. The Grand Metalik.
Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak. Well, he's been. I was going to mention him, but he's been in the title picture lately. So.
Are we saying not in the title picture?
Yeah, like non-title that they really just don't use at all. Like you never see really Grand Metalik.
Lindsay Dorado then.
Lindsay Dorado too.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, like, it's been so fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I still think Mustafa Ali is one of the best guys on that show, but he's been in the title picture a lot.
He's been in the title picture a lot, so he's not really underrated. But Mustafa Ali's fantastic. I love Mustafa Ali. And even like Hideo Itami, although he's been up there too lately. So I don't know. Be interesting. But like Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali have had like the best series of matches this year.
Yeah.
And like nobody knows, but like, you know, it's just like there could be more people seeing this, but
which is and kind of selfishly here, I really liked my highlight video of what I felt was their best match. I can never get it above like 10,000 before they take it down, and people who do watch it are like, wow, I need to watch the show.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, like, for example, I made a video for MV Zone competition of the fucking, of like, it was a whole MV. Unfortunately, my Vimeo got taken down. It got blocked on YouTube too. Yeah, but it was about like the whole cruiserweight tournament. Like it was about it was called the Rise and Fall. It was the silver lining of 205 Live, and it was about how 205 Live was shit with Enzo and all that good stuff, and then this tournament like changed it around, and the silver lining was Enzo getting fired, and it really helped the show turn around. And with Triple H now, I don't know if he still, I think he still does run it or whatever, but still, like that show's so good. It's so good now, but nobody watches it.
I'll say the weird thing about it is they're turning everyone from 205 Live into managers.
Right, Leo Rush.
Yeah,
like Leo Rush is like, is he? And or like what's his name? The GM, Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud forever.
Rockstar Spud, yeah. He's freaking like a manager now.
Yeah, for
And
the
he was a
authors of
GM.
Pain.
Yeah, that was
Who
so
apparently
weird.
aren't the authors of Pain anymore.
Well, really? What are their names now?
They're just AOP now.
Oh, for fuck's sake, they're doing that thing again?
Yeah.
Well, they just have to take everything and just, that's annoying. Oh, well. But, yeah, it's just like, damn, the show's so good and nobody watched. It's not even like the show's so good. The show's great. Obviously, nobody, and like the crowd is shit, as always, which always makes me so mad. When I was at 205 Live, I was there it was here the second week of the Cruiserweight tournament, so we got to see Kalisto and Lince Dorado, which had a great match, and Hideo Itami versus Roderick Strong. And like they're both great matches, but the crowd was just so dead.
Oh no, I remember watching those on
and
the thing. I'm like, this crowd is silent.
Yeah, no, and I was trying to get people into it, but nobody cared. And it was also after the Mix Max Challenge, which thankfully they're not doing that anymore, because that would just kill the show. But even now, like how like people would leave, and like there'd be no one there. Yeah. Well, now it's the same thing because nobody's gone to the building yet, so they just can't catch a fucking break. These people
just go like, "Hey, SmackDown! Today we're gonna put 205 Live in the middle of SmackDown."
I mean, honestly, it might be the best for the show, but
I don't know. But then you might have all the people who came to see Randy Orton go boo the whole time.
Well, fuck them. But anyways, talking about 205 Live a long ass time.
We've talked about everything for a long time, completely not getting to the point of what this was supposed to be about.
Well, the Crown Jewel and Evolution.
Yeah, we're going to talk Evolution first, because that is first.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know isn't that this week?
It's next Sunday.
Oh, next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have much interest.
You don't have a lot of interest in Evolution?
No.
Well, it might help if they built it up at all.
They have not done a thing. I feel like they've just like, okay, we did a whole thing when we announced it and all that stuff, and then now we're done. Like, this is a pretty big pay-per-view as far as like what you're trying to build it up to be, And now it's just like, you just don't seem to care.
they built it up okay on NXT for the NXT title match. NXT Women's title match. Lynch versus Flair is one of the best feuds on SmackDown, so I feel that's been built up fine.
Sure, even though they've been having kind of messed up finishes.
Oh no, the match finishes haven't been great, but like the build up is good. Yeah, even though they still haven't picked up on the fact that Charlotte is absolutely in the wrong in this.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, because at first everyone thought that it was like they learned from the whole Bayley and Sasha thing, and they were like, oh, like obviously, but Becky's the face here.
Yeah.
Nope. And now they're making Charlotte into the woman Roman Reigns.
Yeah. No, can't you see, Becky? Why can't you just be my friend and let me be the champion?
Yeah, it's so dumb.
And Becky's a horrible person because she won't do that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Becky, but you think Charlotte's going to win?
At Evolution?
Sure.
I hope not.
I think she will. Unfortunately. Because I don't see, like, how long would Becky hold this title.
It's not going to be for long, is it?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have her for the title on Mania. Sadly.
I do think it's one of the 3 matches that could be match of the night on that show.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they had a great match on SmackDown before another fuck finish. I didn't see their Super Showdown one, but...
their Super Showdown one was, I would say, as good as their SmackDown one.
Okay.
But the ending to that one... I actually liked the ending to the Super Showdown one. I thought it was unique.
Uh-huh. What was it, a DQ?
She had her in the... Becky tried to leave with the title. Charlotte threw her back in and locked her in the figure 8. And to get out of the figure 8, Becky kept smacking Charlotte's legs with the title, which caused the DQ.
Oh. Son of a bitch. I forgot what I was going to say. But, alright, anyways, I think, I don't know, I just don't have much, I think, well, actually, because don't they want to do Ronda versus Charlotte? At
Eventually
Mania.
is apparently the plan.
So if they're gonna do it at Mania, they might as well just have Becky hold the title, and they'll probably have Charlotte win the Women's Royal Rumble, and then have Charlotte versus Ronda at their WrestleMania, and have Charlotte probably win because they love Charlotte.
Why not? So I do just want to run down the card here because it actually is like I said, there are 3 really good matches on here. Lynch versus
Sure.
Flair being one of them. First on the probably not going to be great matches, the Battle Royal for where the winner gets a women's title match.
Oh. Who do we think's gonna win? I don't even know who's in it. Don't really.
Well, Wikipedia has come to your rescue.
Oh, thank God. Save
me. All right.
Wikipedia.
So before I give you the list here, because there are a couple there's one name in here I wasn't expecting to see. Just have any guesses?
Like a Natalia.
Okay.
Natalia, not Trish, sorry. No, I was gonna say Mickey James, but she's in that tag match, isn't she?
Yeah.
But Naomi. I don't even know who else.
Okay.
I can't even think of the woman right now.
Only
really
Naomi is in the Battle Royal out of the names you said.
Okay.
It's Alicia Fox, Asuka, Billie Kay, Carmella,
Poor Asuka.
Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, Lana, Mandy Rose, Naomi, Nia Jax, Peyton Royce, Sonya Deville, Tamina, and Tori Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like the Women's Royal Rumble, where it's just like nostalgia fest.
Well, there's one nostalgic person in there.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the whole show.
Speaking of which, Trish Stratus and Lita versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
I don't care.
You know Stratus and Lita are winning that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, what happened to Kevin Owens? He's injured. Obviously.
Oh yeah, Kevin Owens is hurt.
Do we know exactly what it was? I know
knee injury.
surgery on both his legs. Well, supposedly he got on both.
Yeah.
So
I haven't heard anything more than that. He just hurt his knees. And they've known for a while, apparently.
And he's been killing himself.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh, great. Well, I just got spoiled on the winners on the finalists for the Mae Young Classic.
Oh, yeah. I know that, too.
Okay.
Well, do you care? That for a while. Do what?
Do you care if I throw that up for predictions then?
I already know.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
They'll probably be one of the best matches on the show.
Yeah. Should we say the names?
Sure. Or just say spoiler. This is a spoiler, so.
Okay, spoiler here.
Spoiler.
Mae Young Classic Finals, Io Shirai versus Toni Storm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toni Storm's amazing, and so is Io Shirai. So, this should be a great match.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No. Best, I would say, undisputedly best women's wrestler from the UK. And one of, if not the best women's wrestlers from Japan, so.
Absolutely. So that should be pretty great.
Yeah.
Pretty great. And then what does the winner of that get? Just,
winner of that. Well, last year the winner was #1 contender for the NXT Women's title.
Okay.
And that was the extent of it. So I'm gonna guess it's the same this year.
But who even won last year? Why can't I think?
Kairi Sane.
Yes, Kairi Sane. I completely forgot her name.
Yeah.
She's NXT Women's Champion now, of course.
Yeah.
Which is actually a rematch on the show.
Yeah.
Of the finals of last year, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But did she even have her match? I don't even remember. I know she was in the 4-way at War Games.
That was her match.
Oh, well, that's a fucking bullshit. What the fuck? Okay, whatever.
No, they changed it the day of. It's like, so we're going to have a Fatal 4-way, and the winner of the Mae Young Classic is the first person in the Fatal 4-way.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
You're the first one in. Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. Anyways, yeah.
the NXT UK women's title is apparently going to be defended. So I've been spoiled on who's going to win that because they were announcing the match for next week. But it doesn't say who she's facing, so.
Oh, I don't even know who the women's champion is.
Do you care?
I don't care.
Rhea Ripley.
Oh, that's right. I knew that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
Right.
And it doesn't say who she's facing?
It apparently hasn't been determined yet.
Oh, it's probably on the next week's NXT UK show.
Well, it would have to be.
I'd assume. Is that a weekly show that's happening?
Yeah. It's a weekly show every Wednesday.
Gotcha.
So Wednesday's really packed until the Mae Young Classic's over, which is next week.
I know. They have so much shit just going on their network. It's like, how can I keep up with all this?
No, but you got 4 separate shows on Wednesday right now.
Yeah.
It's going to go down to 3 after next week. Yeah. So much more manageable 3.
Yeah. Well, and then all of them are all so good. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else on Evolution?
Just the main event. It's not important.
Fuck that main event. Fuck.
Well,
I don't even think I'm gonna watch the show, mainly because I'm gonna be out of town.
That is the worst. I think that's going to be the worst match on the card.
Probably.
I mean, to be completely honest, I don't think Ronda's actually had a bad match yet.
No. Not bad.
Yeah.
Fine. Yes. But that's just because it was like a squash match with Alexa.
Well, I mean, even her match with Nia at Money in the Bank wasn't bad.
Well, that was actually good.
Yeah.
For what it was, so yeah.
But I don't know with Nikki Bella.
Yeah. Yeah, Nia's better than Nikki, I think.
Yeah. At least it's not Brie.
Really? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess Brie's worse. Brie's just more annoying. Brie mode!
Don't.
Sorry.
Can't stand that.
Why? Why can't you stand it?
I've been told I'm not appreciative of masterpieces of music. So that's clearly my issue there. I don't appreciate that masterful piece of music.
Obviously, you don't appreciate the masterpiece of music because, like, it's got to be like one of the best songs of all time. This masterpiece right here. Okay, that's enough. I can't even joke about that.
So I'm gonna have to cut off that ear now.
Puts it in another ear, plays music.
Yeah. But I've been told I have shit taste in music by at least 200 different comments on YouTube, so...
Oh, me too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Even though we just picked the ones that fit with the wrestling, but whatever.
No, I don't know if I've ever told you this. Completely unrelated here. During my first year making videos, I would leave suggestions. It's like, hey, what songs do you want? And one I have never forgotten just because of how stupid it was. Because some people will request do this match with this song, which I rarely, if ever, do. Someone wanted me to do CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for Money in the Bank 2012 with the song Booty by Nicki Minaj.
That has to be a joke. Like you can't there's no one in this right mind that would actually think
I
that's
thought
a
so
good
too.
idea.
I checked their channel. It was a bunch of Nicki Minaj tributes.
Oh my gosh. Listen, nothing wrong with that, but that is not go. Get that reference, but listen, it doesn't work with wrestling. That's all I'm trying to say. Booty by Nicki Minaj does not work with Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk for Money in the Bank, 2012.
Yeah.
Like I love it when people try to they'll be like, yeah, like use some like EDM or rap, and it's like, dude, you don't get it. EDM first off is shit. Okay, I shouldn't say that. It's not shit. Not all of it's shit, but it's just not good. It's like it doesn't work with wrestling.
Yeah.
Anyways, idiots. Neither does
I can
rap.
say rap can work.
Not in a standard highlight.
No. No, but it can. Just
No,
depending
sure.
on what you use
I've,
and how you edit it.
yeah, I mean, I've edit rap with it, and it works very well. It can work very well, but not in the videos that we try to make, you know?
Yeah.
So. Anyways, moving on.